Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is time for game 3 between 11.5ft and Kritikal. Both of these players playing amazing in the first two games. Kritikal taking a fast victory in game 1 and then 11.5ft coming back with really powerful mangonel play. Now in game 3, it will all be decided which one of these players will be gone from the tournament forever and which one will advance to the next round. It seems like Kritikal has a pretty decent starting hand, probably needs only one totem and will sacrifice the other one, and then Fertile Soil is also a very powerful option for him, while 11.5ft has a good mana curve with 4, 5 and 6 cost unit, and then a bunch of spells that he is sacrificing right now, keeping his nice mana curve going. Kritikal seems like he probably wants to get rid of the Quake, exactly what he does. You don't really want to play a Quake against an Order player overall, but especially not if you have totems in your hand and want to play them. The totems will obviously die from the Quake, making it not really worthwhile. 11.5ft starting his unit production right now, playing a Spearman, probably gonna be followed by a Vanguard and a General, while Kritikal is probably going to play the Fertile Soil right now, although maybe a Totem. He sacrifices the Fertile Soil, he's gonna play that Totem, which could be a good decision because he still has a lot of good cards to play. He has the Totem, he has a Great Wolf, and then 2 spells that could be useful. He can also sacrifice and get more cards. He doesn't really need cards right now. He needs speed much more than cards. In this game, 11.5ft was the starting player. Kritikal was going second, which is never good for a growth player who wants to be playing fast in the early game. It seems that 11.5ft wants to go aggressive against this totem before any good units can come to the field from Kritikal's side. And Kritikal could play the Veteran to kill the Spearman. He cannot kill the Vanguard with this Veteran, so he may opt to play a Great Wolf now this turn, and then Veteran next turn. Let's see. Yes, Great Wolf gets to the field this turn, and then next turn he's probably going to play a Veteran. But 11.5ft already has one Kabonk. If he top decks another one, he will be able to kill the totem. With one Kabonk, he can kill the sister. He tries to pother the sister down. It was a 50% chance that failed. If he pothered the sister down, he would be able to kill it with a Spearman, ending the threat to his Vanguard. Now, as it seems, he has one Kabonk. He should probably kill the sister. Oh, but he top decks another Kabonk. Now he can just kill the totem. That is an amazingly fortunate draw. He can just get rid of the totem for free, doesn't even need to pay any cards for it. Amazingly fortunate move for 11.5ft. Now his Vanguard is safe again, unless Kritikal will get a Manguwolf. Let's see if he does. Obviously 11.5ft moving his units together to form a line. Line is how you want to play Order. Kritikal does not get a Manguwolf yet. He could just play a Veteran and deal 4 damage to the Vanguard in total. He doesn't get a Manguwolf still. He's probably not gonna risk an Eye of the Eagle just to hope for a lucky Manguwolf, because once he uses the Eye of the Eagle, he will no longer be able to play the Veteran. He's probably just gonna, yeah, he's setting up to play a Veteran in front of these 2 units, protecting the Great Wolf as well. He's not gonna be able to kill this Vanguard, but seriously, it's the best he can do right now. 11.5ft had a really powerful move, killing that Ancestral Totem. And now it seems that if 11.5ft plays the Infantryman, he will be able to kill the Veteran. He also decides to actually push back the Great Wolf. Wow, interesting choice. When you play a pushback like this, you are essentially giving up your card advantage to gain board advantage, to slow down your opponent. In this case, it seems like it was a very good choice for 11.5ft. Look at Kritikal right now. He doesn't have anything on the field. Order player is dominating the board, has all the time he needs to probably scale up to the late game with Imperial resources, while Kritikal will have to set up his army basically from scratch on the sidelines. If he keeps going aggressive with this Great Wolf in the second lane, he will not be able to deal with 11.5ft's units. He will not be able to keep up. So he does all he can do, which is put a Great Wolf on the sidelines and hope for the best. He draws another Veteran. It could be useful later on. And 11.5 is, oh my gosh, he actually got the Imperial Resources, exactly what he needs in this case, exactly what he needs right now to scale into the late game. He has the board advantage, he has the time to play the Imperial Resources, and he's gonna do it. Absolutely the correct decision. And now 11.5ft has good cards, he has strong position on the board, and more resources than Critical. 11.5ft is getting to this scary point where the all-order player just becomes pretty much unstoppable in the late game, very powerful in the late game. Critical has a veteran. He could play veteran Crimson Bull, but all that would kill would be a Vanguard. So he decides to do something else. He plays Eye of the Eagle and gets a Manguwolf. He can use it later to rally his Great Wolf, but for now he's probably gonna play a Totem. I would say the Totem is the way. Yes, the Totem is the way to go right now. He could play a Veteran or a Manguwolf, but he wants those fast options to be available later when he will actually be able to hit some of 11.5ft's units. So 11.5ft will probably start moving down aggressively against this Totem and the Great Wolf. Let's see how is he gonna do that. He's playing a skirmisher right here in front of this. Oh my gosh, he's probably gonna play Speed and Focus. That is a huge card investment to keep Critical's board clear. Is this a good move? He's giving up his card advantage again for board advantage. It's probably a good move, I would have to say. Now Critical doesn't have anything on the board other than the Totem. He will play the Veteran to kill the Skirmisher, but there's still no answer to this line that 11.5ft has set up so early in the game. There's still no answer to this Vanguard buffing the attack of his Infantryman and the Spearman. All Critical can do right now is probably just play this Vater, exactly what he does. The Veteran. Exactly what he does, kills the Skirmisher, but still, 11.5ft keeps the board advantage in his favor. He has the Spearman to play and then Speed and Haste. He sacrifices the Spearman, very interesting choice. Now he's got a Mangonel Speed, he's got a Blessing of Haste, and he's got Kabonk. Oh wow, and he tops deck a unit, exactly what he needs for this turn, because he probably wants to play Mangonel Speed later on, so the Skirmisher will come to the field right now. A lucky draw, I would say, from the Kabonk. Keep in mind also that he will not be able to kill this Ancestral Totem with Kabonks, not in this deck cycle, because he already spent 2 Kabonks killing the previous Ancestral Totem. He will have to deal with this Totem in a different way right now. He plays the Skirmisher away from the Veteran, probably to protect him from any rally. And Critical has a bunch of cards in his hand, but it's gonna be pretty hard for him to actually get these cards to survive long enough to attack. Look at this, the Vanguard of 11.5ft will be able to attack next turn faster than this Veteran. So Critical plays Dryatic Power to help this Veteran survive longer. But this Veteran is still gonna die. This is 4 damage and this is gonna be 3 damage, which is exactly 7 to kill this Veteran. The Veteran is basically a sacrificial meat shield to keep the Great Wolf alive. He pulls the Great Wolf back to make him more resistant to Pother. Now any Pother attempt... Oh no, he's just gonna put a Vater of the Wild in front anyway, never mind about the Pother. Any Pother will be successful, but there's no Pother from 11.5ft. He has the Mangonel Speed option to actually hit the Great Wolf, but there's no focus to finish him off. And this Veteran is pretty much dead because of the 7 damage that is coming in. Now look at this. This is actually a mistake from 11.5ft. He didn't need to do this transposition. In fact, if he just moved the Spearman aside and moved these 2 units forward and placed his Skirmisher in the back line, he would be able to kill the Great Wolf. But as it stands right now, a lot of damage will be wasted in this setup, and he will not be able to kill the Great Wolf. He miscalculated the damage calculations, and he no longer can kill the Great Wolf with using a Blessing of Haste on this Skirmisher. He no longer can do it, so he's gonna use the Blessing of Haste on the Spearman, so that the Skirmisher will attack next turn. His attack will still be useful. But he failed to kill the Great Wolf while he could. Still, it's a powerful turn for 11.5 feet. Still, he is in a dominating position. He continually cleans up Kritikal side of the board, continuously keeps him in check. He has the answers for everything right now. And Kritikal is on the ropes. He has a Mangy Wolf and a Ragged Wolf and a Crimson Bull. That could be a powerful turn, actually. That could actually be a powerful combo with the Great Wolf killing... Oh, the Great Wolf will kill the Skirmisher right now, and maybe the Ragged Wolf could actually kill the Vanguard. Yeah, that's the best Kritikal can do right now. It's nice. He actually killed the two most important units from 11.5 feet, the two damage dealers. And 11.5 feet needs to bring another powerful unit on the field to keep his board advantage. He will be able to do that with a General, Skirmisher, and Vanguard in his hand. Really powerful draws, really powerful cards in his hand. He also has the resources to play it. 8 resources will allow him to play the Vanguard and the Spearman, Vanguard and the Skirmisher. Very powerful setup for 11.5 feet here. He chooses the Spearman. Spearmen are actually very, very good in those engagements where there aren't too many units on the field, so everything is kind of valuable, especially because this Great Wolf has only 2 HP and he will die if he attacks a Spearman. By setting up a second Spearman like this, he also gets 11.5 feet, becomes immune to any Pother play that would push this Ducal Spearman out and kill the Vanguard. Kritikal chooses to play his top-decked Veteran to kill the Mangonel before this Mangonel can attack, probably a smart play. And now he could play a Bear Paw on this Great Wolf so that the Great Wolf will survive attacking a Spearman. He does that. And let's see if this Great Wolf can actually survive to attack, because the Bear Paw also made it slower. It made it so the Great Wolf isn't going to attack next turn. Looks like 11.5 feet doesn't have yet a way to kill this Great Wolf. He's just gonna deal 3 damage. Oh no, he's got a Focus and a Pother right now. That is a very powerful top deck. A very fortunate set of cards coming from 11.5 feet right now. He Pothers the Mangy Wolf away. Now with Focus he will be able to snipe this Great Wolf. He has exactly the right answers for everything Kritikal plays. A very, very good game for 11.5 feet. He seems to be getting closer and closer to victory with each such move. A very powerful move from 11.5 feet. And Kritikal doesn't seem to have enough to keep going. He's got a Brave, a Ragged Wolf, a Brother of the Wolf. Nice cards, but they will not survive to attack. He's got a Rally, but all he could rally is these 2 units, and it's not very impressive. No good moves for Kritikal right now. There's no good moves anymore. All he can do is go to the sideline and pray for a fortunate later game, but really he's pretty much out of moves here. Pretty much out of moves. Idols will be dying right now. 11.5 feet could top deck another Pother and snipe a valuable unit. Kritikal is in no position to keep dealing damage to 11.5 feet, and 11.5 feet is in a great position to actually take the game pretty damn soon. Kritikal knows that. He knows in how bad of a position he is, so he just opts to surrender again. And the last game of the series goes to 11.5 feet. You will be seeing more of 11.5 feet in the next round of Scrolls Invitational, because he advances to the next round right now. I do not know who is he gonna play, but I know these are gonna be good games. And looks like we are watching a replay of the last turn in the background. Some extra cinematic feature that I completely didn't expect. It's probably a bug of Scrolls Post, but fine, let's just watch it again. And then GG, and maybe we will see we will see the explosion again. Good game from Kritikal. 11.5 feet takes the series with very strong plays in game 2 and 3. This has been JoyfulRogue bringing you this epic series. I'll see you in round of 8 in the next round of Scrolls Invitational. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.